around, heroes, and join me for an in-depth look at the classes of Demeo.
Re-upped with corrections, updates, and more YouTube ads for 2024.
In this episode, we look under the mask of Kai, Assassin of the Shadows. Kai is rarely seen, only marked by enemies falling left and right, blood still spurting from cut arteries. They're a short-ranged fighter with physical damage focus. The Kai wield two short swords, names unknown as are their origins, but they are supposed to be the most lethal weapon wielded by any race. Where Kai shines, however, is not with the tools, but the technique, and they enjoy a +2 damage bonus for backstabbing on their normal attacks, and the attack cards Blink and Curse Dagger. All vulnerable targets can be attacked from the 3 squares considered to be the back. I assume I don't have to tell you how to find that.
Maybe I need to tell you it's 3 or 4 squares at the back. Just check the Demeo mechanics video for a better explanation.
All mobile targets have backs, even slimelings. Immobile objects like Rat's Nest don't have backs, so don't count on getting 5 points of damage when you're attacking that turret. Backstab damage applies to misses that hit the backs of other targets, including friendlies, but corrupt attacks do not apply backstab bonus damage. Combo moves. A Warcry or Howl of the Ancients will cause a protected enemy to turn and expose its back, even if it's immune to panic.
Nice trivia. You've literally never used this move in-game.
A devout student of silent death, Kai is an expert at staying hidden until the very last lethal moment.
What were you doing?
Sneak is their replenishing card.
Sneak.
It has no roll and it can't be mistargeted, so it's very reliable. It grants stealth status to Kai for 3 turns, or until an action which breaks stealth. A stealth creature cannot be seen or attacked by other creatures, although that doesn't prevent area of effect attacks or accidental hit damage.
The path is ahead.
Attacking and playing most cards will break stealth, leaving Kai exposed for 1 monster move.
Hey, being exposed isn't always a bad thing. It's much better to voluntarily end your stealth in a safe place than to have it run out wherever. So don't think I have 3 turns of stealth. Think I have up to 3 turns to find my next safe spot.
Moving and interacting are safe, even clearing rubble. They can also use the class cards Booby Trap and Curse Dagger, and the universal cards Detect Enemies, One More Thing, Realm's Reckoning, Regroup, Repeating Ballista, Teleportation, Torch, and Water Flasks. Drink all potions, and drop all lamps. The Sneak card is replenished after spending 1 monster movement visible, with one exception.
With no exceptions, they fixed this bug.
While Stealth, a damage bonus is added to Curse Dagger and Blink.
You might.
Stealth cannot be used with the Courageous 3 buff, which grants a chance to cause panic by moving near enemies and attacking them. They can't see you, so they don't react to you.
Wow, that actually makes sense. But do we get stealth damage on blinded enemies? No.
Save us.
The stealth status follows the assassin between levels. In fact, Sneak can be used before entering level 1 to start the game in stealth.
You enter the first floor, and the sewer stench hits your nostrils. Somewhere the Rat King lurks, biding his time.
Since a stealth assassin cannot be targeted or passed through by enemies, they can defend the party by standing in doorways and tight spaces.
I've mastered the ability of standing so incredibly still that I've become invisible to the eye.
Larger spaces can be blocked by adding additional objects like lamps, torches, and proximity mines, none of which will break stealth. Combo moves. Random hops using Banish, Barbaric Chain Whip, Portal of Naws, and Teleportation become much less dangerous when you're under a cloak of stealth. If you want to block off a passage wider than 1 space, you can use proximity mines, which take an action point to drop. Torches, which are only available at Book 2. And lamps, which cost 0 AP, but could be dangerous if there are archers nearby. Kai's big damage card is one of their starting cards, and surprisingly affordable at the bazaar. A roll is required, and it does break stealth. The move portion of the card is reliable even on a miss, although the destination is limited to a space adjacent to an enemy, charmed enemy, or object within line of sight to medium range. Damage is 7 to 14 with stealth and backstab bonuses, and an additional +7 for critical hit to bring it up to 21. Blink adds big movement to your attacks, unimpeded by tangled or weakened. Don't underestimate the range potential, and keep it in mind if you need to escape something. This episode's challenge is to get maximum damage with the Blink card. Crank it all the way up to 30, or 26 if you aren't playing with a Hunter and Bard. Combo moves. The Potion of Invisibility grants the same benefit as Stealth for 3 turns, but this version is not ended by attacking.
Sweets.
We're going to talk about that later under Cursed Dagger. Poison Bomb is another one of the starting cards. It has unlimited line-of-sight range, and it can target anything except heroes, gold piles, and points of interest. This one gives good mana when recycled. It operates like a poison lamp in a 3x3 area of effect, and it also gives 2 points of damage on a critical hit. All targets are inflicted with the poison status. The cloud expands from the center space, so you don't see any increase after the first turn. Combo moves. With Courageous 2, this can reliably do a small amount of damage to a small area, to explode lamps, uncover sand piles, and annoy enemies. Courageous 3 applies too, and this can spread panic. Fire loves poison, so dropping a poison bomb and following up with a booby trap, oil lamp, or fireball not only ignites the entire poison cloud, but it deals double damage to overlapping areas. That's 10 plus 10 damage to the center of a fireball.
This is about to go off.
20 plus 20 on a crit. Creatures outside of the overlap area in the rest of the poison cloud will still see 20 points of damage in this case. Booby Trap sets a proximity mine in a very similar way to dropping an oil lamp, but this trap explodes when anything comes within one space. It does not break stealth. It triggers after the action is completed, which means attacks and travel through portals happen before the blast. It goes off when the first creature triggers it, meaning that it might only get one enemy out of a descending horde. Friendlies can trigger it. It can be very hard to predict, and you might prefer to detonate it with a ranged attack or a knockback. Newly summoned monsters don't trigger it until they've completed a move action.
I've gotten us.
Combo moves. Fire loves poison, so... Oh yeah, I already covered that. Booby Trap can work pretty nicely to block wider passages.
Booby traps, that's what I said!
Flash Bomb is the CYA card for when you run out of stealth, trapped by a cave troll. It requires no roll and has unlimited line-of-sight range, making it very reliable. It breaks stealth, but generally that's not a problem if you're already resorting to this card. The targets are blinded for 1 turn, which is just enough time to disappear again. The only action a blinded creature can take is randomly moving around, and those spearmen are pretty hilarious. Combo moves. Yeah, I got nothing.
Commentator, also known as Jack, will take this one. Blinding them in a poison cloud makes them wander around and take extra poison damage.
Coin Flip is Kai's 50-50 shot, with unlimited line-of-sight range, targeting enemies including Charmed, and objects including lamps if you really want to. Or it has a good sale price and mana value. It takes out any monster that isn't a level 3 boss. And I get it, I was pretty lethal with a penny flick in high school. Combo moves. Courageous 2 only applies to hits, but Courageous 3 can apply panic to misses.
You're using Coin Flip on things that can still be panicked? Okay.
It's a pretty good time to quaff a luck potion, as that's a guaranteed kill.
Dude, no! Kill the spider first! Sentinels are so easy to avoid.
Cursed Dagger is like a mini Blink card with some interesting additions. On the surface, your damage and range are lower than your normal attack, so you'll need to focus on its strengths. First, you're getting a +3 stealth damage bonus. Second, the card doesn't break stealth. Third, your target is weakened for 1 turn. Weakened monsters do half damage, rounded down, and move at half speed, more or less. This is true of basic monsters, which move 2 spaces times 2 moves, and hounds, which move 2 spaces times 3 moves. Only the Mad Elven King is immune to weakened, so this can really take the edge off a Berserk boss. Here it is, the death blow.
Mom, he's coming in with a death blow!
Start with 1 stealth assassin, add a cursed dagger, and top it off with blink to consistently deliver 22 points of damage plus weakened status.
I come with...
An independent assassin can be played in any order, but when keeping together with a team, they operate well near the beginning of the roster. This allows them to open up new areas safely, giving the rest of the party a chance to react to the danger. That's all for today. If you've learned something, assassinate that like button, and I hope this helps if you ever find yourself trying to break out of prison. This has been my Why.
And this has been Jolin14.
See you in Helmar.